19 years old. I was incarcerated at age 16 in BCDC, and this is my story. Neighborhood I grew up in, because I grew up moving around a lot. I mean, I lived in the west Baltimore, I lived in east Baltimore, but most of the neighborhoods I grew up in, typical neighborhoods, and like mostly it was drug dealers, it was addicts, it was the basic neighborhood that you see. I was in BCDC for about over a year. So I was in pre-trial for about over a year. Sat in pre-trial for a long time.
Haymond was at his girlfriend's house one night. Her ex-boyfriend broke into the house and threatened both Haymond and his girlfriend. Haymond fought with the man and hit him with a bottle. When the police arrived at the scene, the man reported that Haymond had shot him. Despite a complete lack of physical evidence to support this claim, there was no gun or signs of a gun being fired. The police charged him with possession of a weapon and attempted murder. Both charges are included in a list of 33 that cause Maryland juveniles to be charged automatically as an adult. Thanks to the lack of evidence, Haymond was only found guilty of second-degree assault for fighting with the man. If he had been charged with second-degree assault in the first place, he would have been treated as a juvenile and received the supportive services that are part of that system.
What I was charged for. So from the jump, it felt like that I was out of place. You know what I mean? And it was like, all right, I'm sitting over here in BCDC. I'm 16 years old. I'm sitting in BCDC for a charge that I never really committed. So of course it's going to be a feeling like, man, I shouldn't be here and all this and all that. But at the same time, you got to live through it. You know what I mean? It was hard. It was hard. It was hard coming through BCDC. And for real, BCDC was worse than a couple prisons I done been through.
Haymond served 18 months in the Maryland prison system. During that time, he was housed in 4 different facilities.
BCDC was hard. It's like a war ground. It's like that never still part that you get about prison. It's never still. So in BCDC, I spent about 8 months on. I spent about 8-9 months on lockup alone. Because you gotta fight. You gotta worry about everybody. Always want to show their chest. They want to take this and take that, and they always like you watch people get banked, and you watch COs mace people in cells, and they never let them out but take them to medical, not knowing that this person got asthma, chronic bronchitis, whatever the case may be, a heart, anything, and you mace or pepper spray somebody in a cell and you don't let them out to go to medical, or you cut their water off. I watched that, man, and BCDC, it's terrible. It's terrible. What human being you know so get a shower 3 times a week? 3 times a week. That's not even sanitary. And you got somebody living in a cell that's so small, you got people throwing feces and urine, and you giving people showers 3 times a week? My message to the Marylanders would be, why would you put your kids in the hands of a person that don't care when you're trying to teach them about the wrong that they done? But you just can't expect them to do something. You either lock them away, don't care, don't talk to them, don't show them what they did, don't tell them how to prevent it, don't give them the skills that they need to prevent it, and expect for them not to go out there and do the same thing. It's not helping. It's not. I'm going to say the education wasn't that bad. Because the education over there, you got certain people that actually care about the education of the people in prison. They actually try to help you do something. And that's where I got my GED at. I got my GED over there. And that was my waking up every day being motivated thing, was to go to that school and escape everything else that was going on, to read books, to get different books from people, just to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Because those were the people that really cared. The COs didn't care. The living around, they didn't care. How you gonna tell somebody you care about the situation they're going through or what they're going through when you sat there and you watch somebody throw feces on them and don't let them up to get a shower? So that caring thing with the seals and living arrangement is just terrible. Right now my future goals, right now I'm trying to get into college. I really want to go to Morgan. trying to go ahead and do some things for business. By the end of it, I really want to be an entrepreneur, and I want to do some things with the youth too and the community. I want to say thank you to organizations like Clear. I want to say thank you to people like Miss Freeman, Mr. Savage, people that I still talk to on a daily basis that still give me hope, and that still keep me pushing on to do the right thing. I want to say thank you to the people that run these groups in prisons, to the chaplains, to the pastors, to the guests that come there and talk to people. I just want to say thank you.